was buried under mud and rewritten to hide the truth about a society that was free, peaceful, and technologically advanced. This is the story of Tartaria. Old maps from the 1700s show a land by the name of Grand Tartary, but when you ask historians about it, you'll get dismissed, or they'll tell you it was a placeholder for lands we didn't understand. This cover-up spans generations, but the evidence of the truth lies in plain sight. There are entire cities where the first floors of buildings are buried under the earth, ornate and beautiful windows that are halfway beneath the ground. It's clear that these were meant to be first floors above ground. So what happened that made them sink? And when you look at photos of cities in the 1800s, why are there such incredible and beautiful architectural wonders, but the streets are filled with mud? The people in power slowly and methodically rewrote history, erased an entire society and group of people in order to ensure they had full control over our world. In the 1850s, Chicago, Seattle, San Francisco, and New York all underwent a process of regrading, raising buildings and streets by up to 14 feet for reasons such as drainage, sanitation, or flood control. But what if this process wasn't for improving cities, but for hiding the truth that lies beneath the surface? What if there was a reset where the people in power created a massive cataclysm to destroy our access to clean energy and freedom? Between 1854 and 1929, 200,000 children were loaded onto trains and shipped from the East Coast to the American Midwest. They were called orphan trains. Where did all these children come from? Some researchers believe they were survivors from Tartaria, the last generation of a society that was completely buried in mud. Many of them were described as well-dressed, well-spoken, and foreign. These children weren't just being relocated. Their entire history was being rewritten, erased. Schools became standardized. History became a monologue, and teachers were banned from ever speaking about Grand Tartary. Maps were locked away, never to be spoken of again. The incredible architecture we see around the world wasn't built by people who had no access to electricity or power tools. We're told they only had horse and buggy and pulley systems. They were designed with expert precision, perfect geometry, and alignment with the stars for a reason. Tartary had free, clean energy, a unified society with no need for oil, war, or wires. A society powerful who are enslaving humanity, and the Jews are their fall guys. So who is the hidden hand? Well, that would be the 13 families that control the Vatican, Jesuits, and the Knights of Malta. Pope Boniface VIII created the Unum Sanctum papal bull, which is an express trust claiming all the souls on this planet. The most powerful and elite families today are the Farnese and the Orsini bloodlines. For reference, the Rothschilds come from the Farnese bloodline, and Queen Elizabeth comes from the Orsini bloodline. The Gray Pope, who holds the most power in the Vatican and controls the White Pope and all the Black Popes, is Pepe Orsini. The Medici family controls the media and medicine, shocking, based on their name, and the Colonna bloodline is where Christopher Columbus is from. And it's also the family that controls the District of Columbia. Are you seeing the pattern yet? All US presidents also have ties to these bloodlines or the Jesuits. The money, the banks, the government, they all tie back to these ancient and elite Italian and Persian bloodlines. All modern religions were created and controlled by these powerful families as well, whether it's Islam, Judaism, or Christianity. These religions that used to be more scientific and literally based have become perverted by Babylonian occultists who worship Saturn. Baptism, communion, circumcision, when you really look at them objectively, they're occult rituals. When you start to truly unravel the dark forces behind every war, atrocity, and inquisition, they always tie back to these satanic murderers who practice black magic, pedophilia, and human sacrifice. These are the families that are truly behind the New World Order agenda, and they're trying to create World War III between the Muslims and the Jews. It's a giant ritual sacrifice. when you look to DC